Hey, so for the phonological awareness assessment, the student I interviewed, she did really well with a lot of the skills, but there were some skills that she struggled with. And one of those skills was phoneme blending. And so phoneme blending is the ability to hear individual sounds and to be able to put them together and then in response say the word, make out the word that those sounds make, if that makes sense. So an example would be, I would say like p, a, t, and then in response the student would say pat, as in putting the sounds together. Hopefully that makes more sense. So for students struggling with this, I chose the game What's My Word? And so basically what you would need, and you can do this as a class or with an individual student or like small group. So what you'll need is pencils, the worksheet, which here is the worksheet, and then recorded dialogue, and then headphones would be optional. So if you did choose to do this with not just an individual student, then you don't need headphones. And also an answer key. That's optional. I probably would prefer not to, but that's just me. And so anyways, what you would do is, or what I would do is I would pass out the worksheets and stuff. And then the student would listen to a recording. And so here's an example of a recording that the student would hear. Put a number 1 in the box with the picture that has the sounds p, l, e, n, t. So basically the student would blend the sounds and then match the word to the corresponding image. And so for example, that example was plant. And so what the student would do is go and put a number 1 in the box with the plant. And another thing that I like about this for students that are struggling is it's almost like multiple choice. So they have pictures to kind of like help them. So if they're struggling with making the word out, they have pictures to kind of like help narrow it down in a way, if that makes sense. So yeah, but the answer key, if the student was doing it individual with like the headphones and stuff, and you couldn't just like keep up with if it was right or wrong or whatever, then in that case I would do an answer key for the student to compare and check afterwards. So